sports and entertainment, hit the like, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit those notifications to get all of my content, all of my videos. Um, let's dive right into this thing. Okay. Now, shouts out to B High out of Atlanta and his podcast. I was able to watch the uh, uh, Choke No Joke um, interview with him concerning Diddy, and I watched it, and he was able to give his perspective on how he feels about the Diddy situation and how he feels this is going to play out, and how and what Diddy should do. Now, he's coming from a whole nother angle in terms of this, and what he basically had to say when B High, the brother B High had asked him how he felt about the situation. He basically uh, he was stating that Diddy going down is bittersweet. Now, uh, the reason why he feels like it's bittersweet is because while on one end, he was known he's known as an icon. He was known as one of the powerful forces in hip hop. He was able to break groups, such as Jodeci, and bringing out one of the legends in the Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls. What's up with it, Ted? And able to have his hand in Mary J's career, this, that, and the third. It doesn't take away from the fact that, in terms of how he feel like it's sweet, um, it doesn't take away the fact that he is a monster, and he's done a lot of evil things, to say the least, or whatever. And he was also saying that with Diddy, being locked up and everything. Now, B High had pointed out the fact that even though that uh, Choke No Joke had said all of this, B High had pointed out the fact that um, Diddy he pleaded not guilty to everything, and his argument was that yeah, you could plead not guilty, but he compared this situation to the R. Kelly situation, right? Now, here's where I have a problem with that, right? The difference between R. Kelly and this situation, and I know some people are gonna trip out when I say this and when I speak on this, is that with R. Kelly, okay, with R. Kelly's situation, first and foremost, R. Kelly's, um, the victims that were involved in everything, the victims, parents and stuff, they actually encouraged R. Kelly. Yeah, and I was getting ready to get into that, Ted. They actually encouraged this to happen, even though they want to get on there and act like, or they want to play the victim and everything. They actually encouraged the situation. And on top of that, there was a lot more evidence that was being shown and presented out to the public, in comparison to this situation. And everybody wants to sit up there and say, "Oh yeah, that was his brother," and this wasn't R. Kelly, and that wasn't R. Kelly on the video and stuff like that. But the videos were out there before they ultimately, they kind of took up. I remember I I had actually seen the video. You know what I'm saying? I actually seen the videos, because there were there was like three of them that I saw, and I'm not gonna go much into detail, but the reason why that these two are different is that, yes, they got baby oil. Yeah, they got, you know, people that have, that have come out and, they've said this and they've said that and everything. They got, ARs and stuff, machine guns and stuff like that or whatever. Uh, and Choke No Joke also said that more people are going to come out and everything, but at the same time, uh, and I know some people are going to trip out when I say this, they still don't have anything that. You said, had some Jamaican food last night, sat on the toilet just now, curry, just splattering. Okay, we don't need to hear that, man. That's something I don't want to hear right now. But anyways, man, the thing about it is we still don't have anything that really holds weight. I mean, now he did bring up something. Now, allegedly, this is what Choke No Joke had to say. He did say that allegedly the reason why that situation happened in the hotel with Cassie and everything is because they said, Cassie had went through his phone or whatnot. She threw the phone at him. You know what I'm saying? Like in a very hard manner, like threw it to where it hit him pretty hard and stuff. And that's where she proceeded to run out because she found some stuff out about Diddy or whatnot, in terms of other women and stuff, and that's when she ran out and stormed out of the hotel, and then that's when you have it. That's where you have it and stuff. Yeah, man. Don't nobody want to hear none of that, man. Don't nobody want to hear none of that. But and if you come in here with that dumb shit again, man, you getting blocked, man. Don't leave no comments like that. Uh, but like I said, they don't have anything that is truly that's holding weight right now. Okay, they said that they're talking about the sex trafficking, they're talking about the kidnapping, they're talking about drugs, web, and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know things of that nature, and prostitution, this, that, and the third. But you still have to come. Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't stop no show here though. You know what I'm saying? We still going. You still have to come with something that's gonna hold weight. And he's. They said that they're gonna fight it. His lawyer said that they are going to um, fight this case. They're gonna fight for his innocence. And at the same time, it's he did plead not guilty. That's what people got to understand. And so you're gonna have people out here that are in the media, that are they're gonna hop on this wave, and they're gonna do everything. You're gonna have some people that are gonna defend Diddy, that are down with Diddy, and you're also gonna have some people out here that are gonna go at Diddy and hoping uh, that his demise comes quick. What's up with it, Dante? See you in here, man. Hope you're doing good. In this case right here, now a lot of people are starting to close in on, okay, well, what about Jay-Z, and what about this person? What about this person? Now, here's where it gets tricky, right? Uh, Shout out to Jaguar Wright. Okay, she was here in Dallas or whatnot. I fucks with Jaguar Wright heavy. Okay, now I don't know her personally, but I will tell you this: Jaguar, they've tried to hush her for a long time, and see what they're bringing up the fact about. The reason why they're talking about Jay-Z is about a situation that happened, of course, while he was married. Okay, and supposedly, he got it. His mistress pregnant or whatnot, and you know she ended up losing her life. I think like 24 hours later or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I bring that up is because it's like what else is being swept up under the rug, and of course they do rub shoulders with one another, rub elbows with one another. Pause. And they're a lot. They celebrate a lot. They're in places together. When we talk about Diddy, when we talk about Jay-Z, and everybody's starting to close in on, you know, Jay-Z, and they're looking in the direction of Jay-Z, and they're also looking at what potentially who could potentially also be coming down in terms of who gonna get caught up just like Diddy is. Now, look, man, I've said this before. I said this yesterday, and I will say it again. Diddy's not the only, if in terms of being a monster and all this other stuff. Diddy's not that top monster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't like what he did. Yeah, we don't like what he stand for. Yeah, people are gonna come out left and right and everything. But we also have to understand, man. Like when we talk, like I was talking about that Cassie situation. You said a lot of people are shaking in their boots right now. I believe. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are shaking in their boots. Um, and the reason why they don't, part of the reason why the judge said that, she doesn't want um him to be out is because, they're afraid that he's gonna do a lot of witness tampering and getting a hold of people and stuff like that. Because we're talking about $1 billion man. We're talking about Diddy that is intelligent, okay? Um, does have common sense. Unfortunately, he uses common sense for stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why he did is because why would you, if you got that much money, why would you do some of the stuff that you're doing? I mean, if they said that you are doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the whole trafficking thing, stuff like that. I'm saying if he's involved, you know what I'm saying? They need to talk to Vince McMahon. Well, uh, Vince McMahon, we've been on that. They need to talk to Vince McMahon. They need to talk to Joe Rogan. They need to talk to Dana White. I find it interesting. Dana White can still go up there and go to the and speak at the Republican National Convention, right? But he was beating the shit out of his wife last time I checked. What about that? They don't want to mention that. He beat the shit out of his wife and everything. Uh, you know, it, listen, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to keep everything PG-13. You know what I'm saying? Because I tend to get by by YouTube and everything. But to say all of this, right? They're gonna ride the wave. This actually, a lot of people think that this is making Diddy look bad. This actually is making Diddy. It's bringing more attention to Diddy or whatever. Like, okay, yeah, it looks bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It looks evil. It looks, oh, how could you do that? That's so disgusting. Oh my God. But the people are still consumed by it. They want to know more. They want to know more juicy stuff. They want to know more controversy. They want to know what else is going on. Ben Roethlisberger, no need to mention him. R. Kelly said they need some company. He's lonely. Well, he got company in jail, unfortunately. The man was sick. The man was damn near about to die, man. He was in there really, really sick, man. But that's what they want. This isn't making Diddy look bad. Matter of fact, listen, I guarantee you, if you put Diddy in there, guess what? Well, depending on what entity that you go to, depending on what social media platform that you go to, a lot of TikTok followers, lot of Instagram followers or whatever, a lot of likes, a lot of love or whatever. You know what I'm saying? On here on YouTube, a lot of subs, all this other stuff. If you're talking about Diddy and everything like that, because they want to know more, and everything like that. So basically, it's like once Diddy dies down, it's kind of like, and he's back to doing, the same thing or whatever. Guess what? And if he does come out not guilty and everything, his believe it or not, his album sales, they're gonna go through the roof. Anything involving Diddy is gonna go through the roof. Anything involving his sons, you know what I'm saying? Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. You know what I'm saying? With Kodak Black, that's gonna shoot through the roof and everything, because bad is good. People don't want to see nothing positive. Like I told you, they don't want no kumbaya, none of that other. Man, they want the nastiness. They want the evil. They want the people that are that are about deception. They want the people that are gonna hate on each other. They want the people that, you know what I'm saying? They want to hear about Young Dolph and all that other stuff, that's going on, and straight drop and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nothing positive out here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of distractions. You said Cassie was freaking with Diddy for 10 years and Pete dudes are free. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, Funky. Man, all of this is a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Think about what else we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you notice how everything turned to Diddy when we got, all this stuff going on with the migrants and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You notice how they don't want to, they got to talk about something else. All of this is just a tragedy. And Diddy still drinking his water, talking about not guilty. Now, I know a lot of people. I was arguing with one of my partners yesterday. We was at the gym, and his argument is that, well, why would he put up 50 million? Why would he put up his mama house? Why would he put up his private jet? Why would he put up the passport? Why would he put up this? Why would he put up that? You know what I'm saying? In order for a bail and everything. And I said, this is simple. You got to understand that there's other people out here besides me that doing the same shit. If you're really bringing him down for just, having, sex parties and freak offs, whatever you want to call them and stuff. Like I said, listen, and we could go ahead and you could actually talk to some people. There's been worse parties and there's been stuff that's done worse than what Diddy has done. You just don't know about it. Trying to off Trump. Yeah, I mean, of course they are. They're going to try to off any guy that they feel like is a threat. And no matter how we want to look at some of these guys, Trump is a threat, Diddy is a threat because of the power that he has. Now, some people are like, well, how come he didn't try to pull a move that Russell Simmons did or whatever? Hey, I wouldn't want him to pull a move like Russell Simmons did or whatever. Nah, man, stand on your 10 toes or whatever. He's still on this. He's still on this United Snakes soil. You know what's interesting, man? Shout out to Too Raw for TV. Now, Too Raw said something that was very important, and I had always said this too right here. Now, I just didn't know the exact numbers. Now, I do know about the 535 when we talk about, in terms of the Supreme Court, or members of Congress, if I'm not mistaken or whatever. He said this, right? He said in that 535, he said 40% of them, a big percentage of them got criminal backgrounds. A lot of them got bad credit. A lot of them are doing just as evil things as the people that are on the streets or whatever. It's just that it's all about who you know, and some of them have been grandfathered in. Some of these people have been, uh, you know, they're able to be slid in there because of who they know or whatever. It's not necessarily because of their education and what they know and all this other stuff. And that's a fact. And they some of these people are running the world, and that's why you can't get mad. I brought this example up before, the Alonzo, the guy in Training Day, who is based on a true story or whatever. It does take a wolf to catch a wolf. You do have to have wolves, and unfortunately, these people that are wolves or whatever, they're playing the same evil game, and they're trying to bring down a guy like Diddy or whatever. That's why, me, I don't have a problem with Diddy entering the plea of not guilty. I don't believe that Diddy is the biggest monster, is the biggest guy, is the biggest threat and all this other stuff or whatever, because of course there is somebody that's always bigger. And then on top of that, man, uh, somebody brought up something. I think you said Cassie had been freaking with Diddy for 10 years. Now I want to bring that up too. Cassie is just as she got just as much dirt, if not more, as Diddy. Miami and all them and stuff like that. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't. You chose to get up in that situation. You said Diddy is a devil. Diddy is having a typical rich nigga problem. Yeah, I mean, Biggie said it, man. More money, more problem. Now you said Biggie is the devil. Yeah, and if you're gonna call him is a devil, well, we got to look at the big percentage of the people that are that unfortunately that play in the NBA. You got to look at the big percentage of the people that are running this country or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You do have some people that have some good intentions, but nine times out of 10 they don't have good intentions. All this stuff that they're putting out, like on Netflix, stars, all this other stuff that you see, they go on behind the scenes. Yes, there is a lot of truth to it. Like that's why, watching Power shows like Power and stuff like that. Like look at Rashad Tate on a perfect example of what goes on in politics. And Judge Mathis had put this out here before. He said the reason why he did not ever want to be in politics is because you have to play an evil game. Look at Rashad Tate on the show Power. Well, Gene Deal, and Reggie Wright, they were spot on. They said, and that's another thing. Gene Deal, while everybody was doubting Gene Deal, everybody was saying Gene Deal. There was people saying fuck Gene Deal. I wasn't one of those ones. There was some stuff I questioned about Gene Deal, but a lot of the stuff that Gene Deal, there was a lot of truth to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You take it for what it is. But they were right about September. Reggie Wright was. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be the biggest Reggie White fan or anything like that. But a lot of people didn't listen to him. But he said in September, hey, this is what's going to happen. You said Cat Williams been telling us about those mansion parties. Yeah, and it's not just Diddy. That's what I'm saying. It's not just Diddy that has the most craziest parties and all this other stuff. There's normal people. Hell, listen, man. I know people that wasn't Diddy, and I've seen far more crazy shit than what they explained to me. What happens at the Diddy party? Hell, you could go to some of the strip clubs that you go to. You could see that type of stuff. If that's what you into, go ahead and go. Like all this stuff that went on in the 70s and in the 80s and stuff like that. Man, it's the same thing. The only thing that changed is the year, and of course, the way they do some of the things that they do. But it's pretty much the same thing. And some of the drugs that they consume now. You said we're gonna see when Gene Deal get on that stand and what he gonna say, because he been switching up on what he saw and everything. I don't know about that. I don't know. Normal rich people be doing freaky things also. Yeah, exactly. At first, I didn't believe what Gene saying, but now Gene Deal is right. I mean, it's a lot of truth to what he says, but then again, like that, like I said, there's some things that I disagree with when it comes to Gene Deal, but there is a lot of truth when we talk about the whole situation. And this is not, so I'm just gonna briefly touch it a little bit, but I ain't gonna get into it. When we talk about the whole situation that happened with Biggie, Tupac, that whole situation and the connection and all this other stuff, it's still a lot of things. You can't really trust anybody in this situation. You said they got freaky local neighborhood parties right under your nose. Exactly. That's what I've been saying, Johnson Johnson. Yeah, Johnson Johnson. Speaking of Johnson Johnson, man, let me get some of that baby oil. Hell, man, shit. I ain't mad about. You think I'm mad about some damn baby oil? Oh my God, he got baby oil. Well, damn. What if he would have had shea butter? What if he would have had cocoa butter or some shit like that? What if he would have had any type of other oil? What if he would have had KY jelly in that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it don't. You know what I'm saying? We know Johnson Johnson. You know what I mean? He said, what's the difference between a freak off and Hefner? Yeah, exactly. Hugh Hefner's party was crazy. But oh no, he's a 80-year-old man, 90-year-old man. Leave him alone. He's not bothering anybody. Hell, man, he got more bitches than you. Probably still getting that shit up. We don't know. Just leave him alone and everything. You think Robert Kraft tripping? Hey, look, this is what Gerard Mayo said to Robert Kraft. He said, look, you going to let me run this motherfucker the way that I want to. You think I don't have shit on you as an owner? You think your ass, we don't know about your ass going in some of these Asian parlors and shit like that? No, we got shit on you. It's either you let me come up in here and bum rush and get my own staff, let me have the Patriots control of it. Far from what a little bit of what Belichick used to do, but doing it with my own flavor. I'ma have it Wakanda. You think Robert Kraft was tripping? Like, man, go ahead, Gerard. He probably took Gerard to the parlor with him. Diddy is the head of the baby oil mafia. Yeah, man. Like, I'm like, really, man. That's the best that you could come up with. And as far as the weapons, hell, I don't blame him from having weapons. Nigga, you supposed to have weapons. Nigga, dog, if you a billionaire, nigga, you better keep something up in there, nigga. You better have the shit that they ain't even got out yet in terms of cameras, weapons, everything, man. You better have some security. Your security team might have to be tight. Y'all better be moving like the SEAL team. I'm not tripping on that shit. You having weapons and shit like that, you niggas, you supposed to have weapons. Shit, man, because people want what you got. And you gotta, sometimes people gonna be staying at your house. You never know what type of demons are going, even though that, you might be the demon. You feel me? Head nigga in charge, yeah. So I mean, I'm not tripping on you, having weapons and stuff like that. Like with T.I. got caught up in that case or whatever, and he got off. I ain't gonna go there. We know why. Anyway, but I mean, you're supposed to have that. They're like, why does he have this much weapons and stuff like that, man? You don't know, like, just because you was once in the streets or whatever, and once in the trap, once in the club all the time, once, you know what I'm saying, on the concrete, once on the corner hustling, stuff like that, and you made it big, you think, oh yeah, people done forgot about what you used to be or whatever. Nah, they ain't forget about none of that. If they lock Bill Cosby up, they definitely ain't gonna let Diddy slide. Yeah, they ain't. Well, listen, it just depends. Now, some people are like, go ahead and take a deal, whatever deal that they throw at him, like, a short deal or whatever, instead of doing, like, R. Kelly time, or, something like that. But we don't know what they finna throw at him, and we don't know who he's finna who he's finna out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are, they staying busy. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people out here. You know what I'm saying? They kind of turning away or whatever. You don't see nobody really backing Diddy like that. I mean, Little Boosie has came out on record. You got to give Little Boosie props, no matter how you feel about him. You got to give Little Boosie his props. He came out, man, and he said he defended Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's surprised by it because we know that Boosie has been the butt of controversy himself. TD Jakes, man. Like, and all these, that's another thing, man. All these, these pastors and these bishops that be coming out here, be like, praise the Lord and all this other stuff. But there was a pastor in Louisiana. This dude got arrested because he was like a drug kingpin and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing organized crime too. They at the parties, they doing this and that. That's why I don't put nothing past nobody. You said watch how they use the man act like they did R. Kelly. Watch how they use the man act like they did R. Kelly. Salute to you, Dre. I kind of get a drift of what you're saying, but I mean, like I said, man, spinning the block, talking about what's it called? Choke no joke though. Um. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. No, no, I'm kind of like, I thought you were. We know what the man act is. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I was thinking like you were actually, putting it like as a sentence or whatever. But yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but the thing about it is listen. At the end of the day, okay. Let me ask you this. Let's do this right here. How many of y'all put a one in the chat if you think that I mean not R. Kelly, Lord have mercy. If Put a one in the chat if you think Diddy is guilty. Put two not guilty. Put a one in the chat if you think Diddy is guilty. Two not guilty. I got one for not guilty. That's how we could settle this thing pretty much. And then I'm gonna put a poll. I'm gonna put a poll up. I'm gonna put a poll up in the community section to see what y'all think. Push one in the chat if you think Diddy is guilty. Put two in the chat if you think he's not guilty. Come on, man. I know we got more people in there. Okay, one not guilty. Uh, Now, two because of sex trafficking law. So you think he's guilty because of sex trafficking law? Well, like I said, man, you still gotta come with more, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna try to put this guy away, he's still, at the end of the day, he's saying not guilty. Um, you know, uh, we don't know who he's finna. We don't know. Listen, as crazy as this might sound, and when I say this, right, because look at what he's going, look at what's going on with the whole deal with the drink with Ciroc and everything, and the power to be with Ciroc and all that, right? Look at what he's choosing not to follow their agenda, so to speak, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So what I was getting ready to say is, we don't know who Diddy has to answer to, and who's bigger than Diddy, who he may potentially bring down with all this. He said, "I thought you meant selling, not buying." Woo, that's a heavy situation that I really don't like to get into. But I'm gonna tell you this though. Um, Hell, if you really want to be honest, it gets so tricky in terms of swapping. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to talk in code here, and a lot of these people that it's not just Diddy. Like, people that look like Diddy are not the ones that are actually doing this stuff, right? Like, they'll look completely opposite from Diddy. It might be the receptionist at a job that wears glasses and is very perky. Hell, it might be a motherfucker that don't say shit at work at all and is very extremely intelligent, goes home, you don't hear nothing from him. The only thing you know about him is his name. He says hi, bye, clocks in, that's it, and then clocks out. It may be a motherfucker who is hiding behind a management title. It can be a principal. It can be the teacher. It could be the coach. It could be any goddamn body. And the reason why I know that is because they busted here in Texas. They had a ex trafficking ring, and they busted people that were in the city council. They had teachers. They had people that were on the school board. Everything. Yeah, but I mean, look, Drahan, listen. The See, the man act. I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is what I'm trying to bring to you, and what I'm trying to get you to understand, is that it's not guys that look like Diddy. It's just guys that look like Diddy or some of these other names, because I don't want to throw other people's names in here if they happen to be not guilty or whatever. But a lot of those people, if you really want to look, and you look at the Epstein list, go ahead and go. It's on there. I'm serious, Ted. You think, like, these people have their own businesses. Hell, and I hate to put it like this, some of these people are running businesses where we got to send our children, where you got to send some of these people are running nursing homes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make you feel this. I'm gonna make you feel this. I'm against it. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people are your park rangers. Some of these people are your sheriffs. You know that I say, yeah, and I agree with you on that. Like, like I said, I don't put nothing past no one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put nothing past nobody. But a lot of these people are, sitting here, they expect for what Diddy is going down for the ex trafficking. They expect these guys to look. like you're evil doer. Like, you know what I'm saying? They expect for you to look like the goddamn Joker or some shit like that. No, that, some of these people are, clean cut. You know what I'm saying? Some of these, the women or whatever, they keep their hair intact. They keep their nails done. They wear pretty dresses. They're never negative. They're, oh, sure, I'll do this, or sure, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? They're throwing wonderful parties and all this other stuff. Man, they be the most evil ones, man. Yeah, your choir director, Sunday school. Yeah, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't put chat. And see, at the places where I go, you gotta have a background check. Like, if you run a business, any of y'all that run a business in here, always make sure that you do a background check on anybody. You can do a background check on pretty much anybody. Anybody that you let in your home, do a background check. You could do a background check on anybody that you let in your home. You know what I'm saying? If you see anybody, it's just like, unfortunately, Booby Gibson, not Booby Gibson, not Booby Gibson. I don't want to put his name in there. Booby Miles, that played for Permian or whatever. He ended up getting locked up for 13 years because of not registering for S offender. You feel me? Ex offender registry. And that's why that's why he ended up, getting locked up or whatever. But you got to do your homework. Any of y'all that got kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you know what's going on. Shit, I don't encourage. Listen, I don't be like, oh man, you got guns? Y'all not in my house. Nah. If you a father, if you a husband, if you got a business, if you got this going on, you got that going on, man. Yes, I encourage you to have a weapon. If you got plenty of them, if you got a Terminator type of dirty ass basement full of artillery, shit, I ain't mad at that. You're supposed to. You gotta know survival techniques or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna just learn it through Boy Scout or Girl Scout or Cub Scouts or no shit like that. Gotta know that. You gotta know that type of stuff. But that's a whole nother topic. But the thing about it is I want people to understand that every person who, like, Choke No Joke, when he's talking about, like, Diddy and how he looks and stuff like that or whatever, man. Every person is not gonna look like Diddy. But they want to make us the poster child. They want to make people that look like Diddy, that look like me, like Brother Tura and Tiki was saying. They want to make the black man be the poster child for this. So in a sense, you should be like, oh shit. Well, wait a minute. What what if he's not really doing the stuff that they're saying? There's a bigger monster out there. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit up here and just say that, oh yeah, it's just Diddy and all this other stuff. Nah, it's plenty of other people. Plenty of other people that you wouldn't suspect, or even on a lower tier when we talk about in terms of being in a lower tax bracket. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow, man, when we talk about this situation or whatever, because sometimes it hits home. Some of y'all might have had some situations. Some of y'all might know some people that got caught up in a situation like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna judge you. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you're not into that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I personally know anybody that's involved with this? No, and I don't want to. I don't want to know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know that. And why is that? Because I have kids. I got children. You know what I'm saying? And I got younger cousins. I don't have no brothers, no sisters or anything. But I got younger younger cousins, you know what I'm saying, that are still under the age of 5 years old, still under the age of 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all don't want to hear this. I know it hits home, but like I said on this channel, we're gonna have tough conversations. They are gonna be addressed. Do I feel sorry for Diddy? No. Do I feel sorry for R. Kelly? No. Did I feel sorry for Gucci? No. Did I feel sorry for T.I.? No, I didn't feel sorry for none of that. For none of them. And the reason is, because, do I feel sorry for Pee Wee Longway? No, I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry. Uh, Choke No Joke was saying, oh yeah, you hate to see a guy go to prison or something like that. Some of these guys need to go to prison. That's where, like Charleston White, shout out to Charleston White. Charleston White, you can say what you want about him, but he was right about some of these people that do need to go to children, not for the to prison, not for the aspect of, okay, just locking them up just to be locking them up, but maybe you could rehabilitate yourself and get out and actually be a pillar in your society, not one of the guys that's going to be straddling the fence. One minute you sitting up there, you giving back, to the people, you being a community asset and everything, and then on the other side of the fence, you is evil. You are evil as a monster, as the people that are out here doing this sort of thing on the streets or whatever, causing terror and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nah, when when you out here, you got to be a productive member of society. You know what I'm saying? But people don't know that no more. Inside, it's like inside everybody that you meet, they got their treasure chest full of dirt. You know what I'm saying? They dirt is in the back of their car somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Store it away. That's what we got to understand, man. I don't mind talking about this. I don't mind. Hell, I might. Some people might disagree with me. Hey, that's fine. We can all disagree as long as you do it respectfully. You don't have to agree. If you, that's why I asked if you think that Diddy is guilty, put a 1 in there. If you think that Diddy is not guilty, put a 2. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that are looking at this and they're saying that Diddy is not guilty. There's a lot of people that are looking at it that are saying that Diddy should be locked away for life. A lot of people, unfortunately, and you'll be surprised, a lot of people want him to lose his life while he's in prison. There's a lot of people that want Diddy to suffer. You know what I'm saying? And not even because of this situation. They want Diddy to suffer because of the Shine situation. They're like, oh yeah, well Shine had to do his time in prison. What about you? There's a lot of people that feel like you had a lot to do with 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 both situations concerning Biggie and concerning Pop. You be like, you got to suffer. You're still able to be over here. You haven't been touched. A bullet hasn't come to you. You know what I'm saying? You haven't got your ass whooped. None of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You haven't had to suffer. You over there eating good, living good, being able to travel, press a button, and you good and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that feel like you need to suffer because of that. A lot of people are laughing and clowning. They're like nah boo boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, like the former MDC Brooklyn um, warden coming out, basically saying that your life is at risk. Your life is at stakes in prison. There's a lot of people that are laughing at that. There's a lot of people that want that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what you think, man. I'm finna ride. I gotta get me something to eat, man. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is hungry. Make sure you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too, so that you are properly notified. Tell it, man, straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.